There was a year when nothing grew, not a single seed, not a single blade of grass. Farmers prayed, animals starved, humans began to die, and the gods on Olympus realized something terrifying. One of their own had stopped caring whether mortals lived or died. Before that year, Demeter had been the goddess who gave the earth its life. Wherever she walked, crops rose from the soil. Wherever she smiled, harvests came early. She loved the earth, but she loved one thing more: her daughter, Persephone. They were rarely apart. Persephone gathered flowers while her mother made the world bloom around her. It was by every account a peaceful life, until the day Persephone wandered too far from her mother's side. She saw a flower unlike any other, strange, beautiful, irresistible. She reached for it, and the ground beneath her feet split open. Hades rose from the underworld itself, the god of the dead, in his chariot of shadow. He had asked Zeus for permission to take her as his wife. Zeus had said yes. No one had told Demeter. No one had told Persephone. Persephone screamed. The earth swallowed the sound. By the time Demeter came looking, there was nothing left. No daughter, no clue, no answer, just silence, and a few wilted flowers where her daughter used to stand. Demeter searched everywhere: mountains, rivers, every village, every god who might know something and wasn't telling her. 9 days, 9 nights, no food, no rest, no answers. Eventually she gave up her godly form. She disguised herself as an old woman and wandered among humans, asking if anyone had seen her daughter. The gods on Olympus watched this happen and said nothing. They knew exactly where Persephone was. They had simply decided her mother didn't need to know. Eventually the truth reached her. Her daughter was in the underworld, taken with Zeus's approval, married to the god of the dead without her mother's consent. Demeter's grief turned into something far more dangerous. She stopped making the earth grow. No more crops, no more harvests, no more flowers blooming behind her footsteps. If the gods would not give her back her daughter, she would give them a world with nothing left to eat. The fields turned to dust. The grain rotted in the storehouses. Livestock starved for lack of feed. It wasn't just one region. It was everywhere. This was the first winter the world had ever known, and it showed no sign of ending. Humans began to die in numbers the gods couldn't ignore. If there were no humans left, there would be no one to offer sacrifices, no one to build temples, no one to worship them at all. Even the gods needed mortals to survive, and mortals were running out of time. Zeus finally understood. This wasn't a problem he could ignore anymore. He sent his messenger down to the underworld with a single order: bring Persephone back, immediately. But there was a complication. While in the underworld, Persephone had eaten 6 pomegranate seeds, given to her, some say, by Hades himself. And in the old laws of that world, anyone who ate the food of the dead was bound to stay there. It became a negotiation, not between enemies exactly, but between two sides who would never fully trust each other again. Persephone could not stay in the underworld forever, but she could not fully leave it either. So a compromise was reached, one that would shape the world from then on. Persephone would spend part of the year above ground with her mother, and part of the year below with her husband, in the realm of the dead. When Persephone is above ground, Demeter rejoices, the earth blooms, crops grow. This is spring and summer. When Persephone descends again, Demeter grieves. The earth grows cold. Nothing grows. This is autumn and winter. Every single year this happens again. Not because the gods decided to create seasons on purpose, but because one mother refused to let the world keep moving while her daughter was missing. The next time winter comes and the fields go quiet, remember what it actually is. It is not the world resting. It is a mother somewhere far above you, waiting for her daughter to come home.